You are here. That is what I pre-named this video in my mind. And so I generated a thumbnail there to represent my thought. You are here. Why did I pick that? Well, it's because this video is designed with the effort of laying out where Everlasting Survivors Volume 1 All Day Long Second Chance campaign on Indiegogo is. And if you're here, well, that's great. That's where I want you to be, and that's why I said you are here. After I roll the open, I'm going to break it down. How the Second Chance campaign was able to reach its goal, and to talk about what the new goals are for the campaign and where I'll be in the coming week, or weeks I mean, the coming time to promote the campaign. So, like I said before the open rolled, it's called You Are Here. But it's also could be stated as It Is Here. Because it, the campaign, Everlasting Survivors, Volume 1, All Day Long, the Second Chance, has gotten to its initial goal on Indiegogo, that being a $500 goal. That way it was something achievable. The first campaign, I was so excited, I was so ready, although legitimately not ready, but I was so excited to get the product out to everyone that I went at it improperly. I didn't go out and promote like I need to, like everybody needs to. You can't know that you want a thing until you know that it exists. And so I mistakenly put up the campaign without doing this, that one-on-one personal conversation between the creator and the audience. After realizing the error in that choice, that's when I created the channel, Mr. Super Oz, and decided that I would try to convey to anyone with the interest in subscribing who I am, what the project is, and you know, why it's worthwhile. So I actually should have realized before that I put the book out that this was important, because personally I had experienced the feeling of thinking a content producer was my friend. Not in a legitimate sense, but because I had listened to The Art of Wrestling with Colt Cabana for so long that when I first met him in Marietta? Yeah, Marietta, Ohio, I think, at a Remix Pro Wrestling show, I told him, I said, oh man, I feel like we're friends. He's like, oh, what's your name? And I said, Oz. And he was like, well, Oz. And he's like, nice to meet you. And we shake hands. And it's nice to have that story, that time, that moment. But it wouldn't have been a thing had I not listened to the Art of Wrestling podcast and felt as though I had already known him. So I should have realized that it is helpful and important to have a connection with the audience. And so, like I said, that's the reason I created the channel, and that's why I try my best to be on as many channels that aren't my own as I can. So this Saturday, I'll be on a live stream from a channel called Soldier Spirit. The show will be called Vets Talking, and so that's, you know, something I really appreciate, is the invitation to come on. And so thank you, Adam, for having me. And speaking of thanks, that wouldn't be possible without ETEP from The Place to Be Reviews. Thank you. And while I'm on the thank you train, thank you to Jeff Hicks from WCBS for putting me in contact with ETEP and The Place to Be Reviews, so that I could then subsequently get the invite over to Soldier Spirit's channel for Vets Talking. And while talking about Jeff and his wonderful work, his C cover poster, this here, and, you know, the cover A right there, beautiful stuff. Once again, thank you, Jeff. But I'll be on Jeff's channel, World Class Bullshitters, this coming Wednesday is the plan, and so thank you to Jeff. But again, so thanks, Jeff, for introducing me to ETEP. Thanks, ETEP, for having me on The Place to Be Reviews. And the reason that's so monumental is that this past Wednesday, while on the Place to Be Reviews live stream, the $500 initial goal for Everlasting Survivors Volume 1 All Day Long Second Chance hit that goal. Actually, it exceeded it. It is now at 105%. And so the goal from this point forward will be to create new, what Indiegogo calls stretch goals, where we now create new tiers to step toward. I already can envision a world where I would like to set a $1,000 stretch goal, where if we can reach that, everyone who has made a purchase will get a set of 3 Everlasting Survivors trading cards. And then as the stretch goals go up in reaching those goals, creating new goals again and again. I know with Jeff's campaign for Stealing Solo, he had a magnet option. So if enough people backed and they reached their goal, you would get his drawings of the characters in magnet form to display. That's definitely an option that I would like to consider. And I know another campaign that I backed had a little standee that you could get with it. That was well, I know it was Vinny. It was Vinny's campaign. The title was escaping me at the moment. It was his pirate campaign, which I believe is still purchasable currently on Indiegogo. So, way to go, Vinny. But anyway, the point is, thank you to all the people that made it possible to reach the 500 goal, and thank you for everybody who's tuning in. If you haven't picked up your copy of Everlasting Survivors Volume 1 All Day Long Second Chance at the Indiegogo store, please follow the link in the description and pick yourself up a copy, because the more the campaign gets back, the greater the chance is that more stories can come. And I have one story, once I get the money raised up, ready to be sent to the artist to get drawn and that new artist is the cover E artist, February Ferdian. This is his art style, and he will be the art, the one doing the art going forward. Reason being is Jeff is a very successful and busy man, and so he put me in contact with Fabry for colors, and then after we became friends, he would do what he would call doodles, but man, what I would call stellar art. And I proposed the idea. I said, hey, would you like to be the artist going forward? And he was flattered, and so he's like, oh, are you sure? And I said, well, you know, let's do some pieces and see. And everything he's ever done has been, you know, grade A quality work. And so, yeah. Thank you, everyone who has backed Everlasting Survivors Volume 1 all day long, Second Chance on Indiegogo. Thank you for watching, and if you haven't, like I said, follow the link in the description. There will be more updates as the campaign goes on. I hope to have updates to the page, visualizing the stretch goals, and like I said, tune in Saturday night to Soldier Spirit's channel on YouTube for Vets Talking. Tune in Wednesday to World Class Bullshitters, where I will be there with Jeff. And yeah, thank you. Thank you.